My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is February 9th, 2023. It is 1:30 a.m. This is video number 2. I have at least, let's see, 10 tweets plus, I would say about 17 tweets to go to share with you. Okay. UK started bigger in a minute. Oh, I almost messed up. Okay. Kate, I know I was done with Kate. I have about 17 tweets. So let's go on Twitter. All right. That's not the first one. I almost went on that one. Okay. So this is the first tweet. The UK started on Meghan the minute she was revealed as Harry's girlfriend. She been attacked viciously before she even got married to Harry. What did she do then? Nothing. They just couldn't stand an American woman marrying their prince. Meghan didn't trash the. Okay.
She's mixed race, she's American, she's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. No member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked when it came to Harry's bride. Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
That's just a fraction of what that island did to Meghan under Harry's family guidance. Now they're trying to tell us Meghan trashed the royal family. Seriously? What did Meghan say? Cricket. Okay, so there's that. Okay, royal family, she exposed them for the way that they had treated her. The royal family never had any intention of protecting Meghan from the start, just use her as a scapegoat just so they get good reporting and protecting other scandals in the family. If the royal family had protected Meghan, told the gutter press to back off, then none of this would have happened. Meghan and Harry are telling their side of the story, which they have very right to, after hearing years of one-sided rubbish by the gutter press and the so-called experts. So glad they got out. And the thing is that this is a very good thread. And the thing is that they continue. They follow her. They told her to leave. She left. Why I say that? Because they literally told her on national television, go back to America.
Piers, if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay? So she left. And then they following her. There are tweets. I can't find them anymore. I wanted to share them with you. There are tweets where some UK tabloid people are moving to the United States, okay, to follow her, to write BS about her. Because what's happening here, the nonsense they're trying to ingrain into the American people, you know, American people don't really take those tabloids as gospel. We read them only when we're standing at the checkout line, and then when it's time to pay, we put it back. But these people want us to believe the nonsense that they want to spread. All right, let me go into that. So that thread is finished. That's a very good thread, very simple. Okay, there's this there. Okay, that's just a fraction of what that island did to Meghan under Harry's family guidance. Now they're trying to tell us Meghan trashed the royal family. Seriously, what did Meghan say? Cricket. All right, so there's a lot of tweet and retweet. Okay, yep, so true. Expose what was already there, which was what Al Sharpton said in one of those TV shows, morning shows. Yep, so true. Expose what was already there. Thank you, Rev. Those who try and say there's no racism in the UK are liars. I've seen it, and these screenshots do not lie. Okay, so there's that. You could pause your screen and read them. These are the same thing we'll be talking about. There's that. Meghan Markle, beloved avocado, the same thing. There's that. All right, and one more, and there's all of this. Okay, so she retweeted someone else. What else? It was there. Oh, there's the video. So for the sake of this video, let's play it. Okay. And after that, I'll go to the next tweet. She became a symbol not of her own making. American civil rights leader Rev. Al Sharpton reacted to Prince Harry and Meghan's allegation about what they faced during their time in the UK. He added that Harry and Meghan in many ways exposed what was already there. Okay, this is the thing. They were so focused on their objective, the tabloid and stuff like that. They think everybody will drink their Kool-Aid, but not everybody. They actually expose them. All right, so let's listen. 1 minute and 52 seconds. I have to stop in between. Okay.
There was a big fallout when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry left the UK. Lots of discussion, Reverend Sharpton, about racism within the media, the accusations that they made towards the coverage that she had faced as part of the royal family. And then you were very outspoken and critical of Jeremy Clarkson's column that he put in again in another national newspaper. He's since apologised to them profusely.
Let's make this part clear, okay? He apologized to Harry. But did he write about Harry to be paraded naked on the street and all of that? No. He wrote about Meghan, Harry's wife, but he apologized to Harry. So he never apologized to Meghan. Okay? So that's that.
Try to explain his...
And this guy, the presenter, how dare him lying like this? I guess, what's his name? Al Sharpton don't know the full story.
Scenario. I wonder what your take on that situation was, what Harry and Meghan Markle said that they were facing, and the reaction of the UK media to that relationship.
You know, I think that when they were married, it was a beautiful day.
Right.
And people were celebrating how you saw this woman of color now in the royal family, gospel songs sung at the ceremony, the Queen sitting there. And then the reaction.
And this is actually the UK blueprint, by the way. Okay, they always put that facade, let the world know how good they are, but in the background they are vicious, they are very savage mindset. Okay, so when you look at colonialism and all of that, the same blueprint. Okay, different form, same blueprint. But there's Reverend Al Sharpton explaining how it started from the beginning. Very nice, not knowing, okay, the amount of attack. But some squaddies saw it from the get-go, but like me, I wasn't aware of it. Okay, but the nonsense that was going on in the background. In the front, they're making people seem like, you know, they're the good guy, but in the background, they're doing their damages. I mean, my goodness.
Was so much acrimony and just looking to treat her differently. And people, whether you're in the UK or around the world, that was always treated differently, understood what Meghan was going through. It was somebody black working in the C-suites for the first time, and they treat you differently. Or someone walking down the street. And I think she became a symbol not of her own making. When you see the kind of mean-spirited article this guy wrote, for no reason, drag her through the streets and all. Yeah, fine, you can apologize, and many of us have said things not at that level that we could apologize for, but what makes you feel that you can say that in the first place?
Right.
This is the thing that got me from the get-go. You look at some old videos where the first video that I first mentioned, I think I was saying, what makes him think this was a good idea to write? Where did it come from? Where, out of nowhere, Meghan is not living in the UK. She's not taking taxpayers' money. She's doing her own thing in her home country. But this guy, out of nowhere, where did that come from?
Right.
And I think that in many ways they exposed what was already there, and then people tried to blame Meghan for they are being exposed.
That's the thing, the mic drop right there. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. All right, so there's this here. Savvy, elegant, well-educated, the truth always prevail. God will always use the enemy's tongue to expose themselves and their lies. Okay, 43 seconds. Let's listen. I have to stop and I hope there's no music. Please make there's no music. Okay, Samantha. Yeah, there. Okay, Samantha Markle speaking about Meghan Markle embassy job.
Take the obvious route straight into the movies. Instead, she went to university, the first in her family. She studied theatre and international relations and worked for the US Embassy in Argentina as part of her course.
What the world and what the media didn't look at and what they didn't know was that she served as a media liaison to foreign dignitaries, which is a very difficult position that requires a great deal of savvy and elegance. She's very, very classy, reserved, elegant, and educated.
So where did that come from? Where did that hate come from all of a sudden? Okay, let me listen to it. This is the first time I'm listening to it. Where did it go south for her to go bashing on her, on Meghan like that? Okay, so let's listen again.
Meghan didn't take the obvious route straight into the movies. Instead, she went to university, the first in her family. She studied theatre and international relations and worked for the US Embassy in Argentina as part of her course.
What the world and what the media didn't look at and what they didn't know was that she served as a media liaison to foreign dignitaries, which is a very difficult position that requires a great deal of savvy and elegance. She's very, very classy, reserved, elegant, and educated.
Oh, so what happened to her? What the hell happened to Samantha Markle? How did that switch? Where did that switch came from? Oh my God. First in her family to go to university. All right, let's see here. There's a difference between college and university. Okay, let's see here. This was when the rich thought she was getting an invitation to the palace. I hope this is among Meghan's lawyer's case notes. Zwolenki, Samantha Markle. Samantha Markle is an example of how jealousy can eat up a soul. Yeah, amen. Always like your tweet. Okay, Dovia went to University of Southern California. Okay, how is Meghan first in her family to go to college? Her mother is a social worker. Okay, how is Meghan first in her family to go to college? Her mother is a social worker with a degree, and doesn't her mom have a master's degree? Let's read that. How is Meghan the first in her family to go to college? Her mother is a social worker with a degree, and doesn't her mom have a master's degree? Maybe she attained her master's after Meghan Markle graduated. So this one was new from college, but I'm sure she attended to get her BS prior to Meghan Markle going to college. Let's see here. Let's see if some squad could educate us. Okay, I don't know and won't be looking it up because there's a difference between college and university. There are technical training colleges. Okay, these fools are bio, just bloody despicable. Okay, so I mean, I could see someone like myself who don't know. I will put something like that. I don't know if this meant to respond. Okay, I think that was a reasonable tweet if she doesn't know. If she doesn't know, we need to keep that in mind. Some people don't know. Some people don't follow Meghan religiously like many of us. Like I didn't follow Meghan from the beginning, but because I started putting videos out there, little at a time, I'm learning more stuff. When certain question popped up, I look it up. So maybe this person doesn't know. And also, while I'm editing this video, for some people who may not know or who probably already know, because that's what I plan on doing with my son. If he doesn't know what he wants to do, is to take courses at a college level where the credits are much cheaper, because sometimes universities accept some of those credited, and instead of going to a university where sometimes it's usually expensive. Okay, it's expensive for those credits and all of that. So it's better when somebody don't know what they want to do. Okay, they could take all those electives, because every field, every program, you have to take certain electives that probably may or relate to or may not relate to the program that you are studying. So it's best to take some electives on a college or community or something like that. And then when you decided, you know what you want to do, so by the time you go to a bigger university where you fully focus, you know exactly what you want to do, those credits can be transferred over. Sometimes they accept them. So for instance, when I studied architecture, I wasn't really sure I'm gonna like it. So I went to a technical college, okay? And I took a 2-year degree in architecture. I wasn't sure I wanted it. Then once I was in it, I was like, I might as well finish. So once I graduated, I went to a 4-year college and then have them transfer. They gave me a hard time to accept most of those credits, but majority of my classes, the one that I've already taken and passed, and I have a 2-year degree, that's the main thing. You come out with something. Okay, I had a 2-year degree and I was able, I mean, it's not as good as a 4-year degree or a 5-year degree, but I got out of with something. That's the main thing. My time was not wasted. So I got out with a 2-year degree. Then I transferred to a 4-year degree. Okay, and then most of my credits were transferred and it was really quick. Okay, I knew what I wanted to do. I took the required classes. All of my electives were already taken and I focused on the subject matter, and boom, boom, boom. Within 2 years again, I'm finished with a 4-year. Okay, I got a AA, I think they call it associate, AAAS or something. And then when I graduate with the 4 years, I finish with a BS. Then if I wanted to, is to do my my thesis. If I wanted to, I could have done my thesis. I started doing it and then I was like, wait a second, I could get a job and I could still to get my license. I got a job, I work and this and that, and then I got discouraged. I never bothered doing the test to do my license. To get back to the original thing is, sometimes when you don't know what you want to do, is go to a smaller level school. Okay, get out with something. Do the basics or all the electives, all the things that will majority of the time will be accepted in every other program. And then by the time you finish, okay, some of these could be transferred to a university where it is much expensive. Majority of the time they accept it. So it's something you need to be looked at. And the key thing is, the most important thing is, make sure the school that you go to, it is accredited. You don't want to go to a random school and then they're not accredited college or universities. They are not accredited. So that way, the other school that you plan on going to will look at the courses that you already take. Okay, the school must be credited. All right, so that's my 2 cents. I don't know if anything changed. I've been out of school quite some times now. Okay, see event complimentary to Meghan. Her sister didn't know her then. Nice compliment though. What changed and send me? That's what I'm saying. Then get a seat at the table to bask in Meg's accomplishment. Okay, what the enemy meant for harm, God will turn it around for good. Okay, Doris also has a degree. Why is he selling her praises now? Miss Dory, I think, got her degree later on. All right, so let's do the next tweet. Okay, Piers Morgan here. The squads are coming with receipt. I have videos regarding Piers Morgan too. Okay, imagine how desperate someone must be if the only people they can get on their show is Andrew Tate and a woman who gave someone a quick roll in the grass 20+ years ago. The squad be throwing some shade. Okay, he's desperate. His show flop big time. Hate doesn't sell like how it used to. That's why he gets all these irrelevant people on his show to boost the rating. In one of my videos, I was asking question because I don't follow Piers Morgan, and I was like, did his show came back? Because at one point I think it was canceled. I guess it's back. LOL, how the mighty have fallen. Tragic. And then calling interview Global TV exclusive. Hey, you know they had to pop themselves up. Nobody's gonna do it for them. Okay, it's pretty sick. Desperation. Bullseye. From an ex when all he is a lying ex-showbiz reporter who thinks he's Walter Cronkite, when in reality he's a bargain basement Alan Partridge. He's a basement Alan Partridge. Oh my God, this guy. Okay, he's so desperate he even had a Sunak or Rishi Sunak. Okay, he's so desperate he even had on Rishi Sunak, as I had previously tweeted. Piers Nokino will use anybody to try and stay in the public eye. Wonder he hasn't approached was Piers okay, I can't pronounce his first name, so I'm not even gonna try yet. Then man's a grade A grifter and social climber per excellence, trying to save his flap show. When he I saw the video but I didn't share it, when he was interviewing Sunak, I think one of the first questions he asked him, like if he is rich or something like that. I'm like, how dare him? Even though I don't like Sunak, not in the sense of personally, but in the term of the way what he stands for and as a government official. But how dare him asking the person about his personal finance and stuff like that. Okay, so whatever, let's see it. And who cares? Don't tell me she's still doing the vow. Yeah, that's that. Let's go to the next. Oh, there's the last one. Okay, what they really want is for him to go on record and say it's not her. Even her evidence makes you side-eye her. Like, sis, does he even know your name? All right, next tweet. All right, I see here I have Sam and Piers Morgan. 7 of this. Okay, I have 3 more. Okay, so there's the video here. Will Samantha Markle sue Piers Morgan for defamation? In this video clip, Piers Morgan is saying that Samantha Markle gets paid to be a professional critic of her half-sister. He also said that Samantha Markle is fleeching the global media to spread hate for Meghan. Okay, 45 seconds. I'm gonna stop in between.
Did you have to pay to interview her this morning?
Yeah, I mean, Samantha Markle charges you to breathe. You know, if she wakes up in the morning, you have to give her a check. She is fleecing the global media, and I knew we'd paid her today, but I thought, actually, you know what I'm paying you for today? To get you in front of a camera and to call you out. Because
paying her to get in front of the camera to call her out. Isn't she saying that she was unable to get employed or something like that? So all the round that she was making overseas, wasn't she being employed, getting paid for these interviews? I'm just asking. But there's a, how do you call this? There is one of the tabloid people in the UK is calling her out, saying that they don't want to pay her. That's 2 videos I have of her tabloid talking about finances when it comes to Samantha.
So what she's saying doesn't add up.
Well, let's take. Why don't we get her on next week? And for a rare interview.
We are not paying her $200 for an interview. We are not paying her $200 for an interview.
Some stage has to look at you
It's very low.
and say it's not media vultures causing all the problems for Meghan. It's people like her own half-sister, you. She has a fee, you know, she thinks she's a celebrity, and people will pay that money because she will dish the dirt on Meghan. But to me it leaves a pretty ugly taste in the mouth that she's now become this person who's a professional critic of her own sister. And I was like, today, no, I'm done with this.
It's very low. Okay, it's playing over. It's very low. Okay, Piers Morgan is calling out professional critic Samantha Markle, who changed her name back to Markle to cash in on her half-sisters Meghan. I hope that Samantha Markle sues Piers Morgan for defamation. Credit at this person. All right, let's listen. I think this one is louder.
Well, she had the audacity to say that this whole business with Thomas Markle, Meghan's father, and her father, obviously, was down to media vultures. You know, we had made him stage the pictures.
That doesn't even make sense, and I know the Paps set him up with that, but that was on the pretense that he was going to the wedding. So what she's saying doesn't add up.
Well, let's take. Why don't we get her on next week? And for a rare interview.
We are not paying her $200 for an interview.
We had made him take a big check from paparazzi. We had made him basically sell out his own daughter's wedding. And I immediately went, I'm not having that. I'm sorry. No. And actually, especially not from you, Samantha Markle, who's just changed her name back to Markle. So she
And
can
this is the mindset both of the half-siblings and the father did not get. They're making you do the dirty work for them. You think they're going to back you up? You think they're going to back you up? You should have the mindset to say, this is my sister or this is my daughter. Or I'm not going to do that. Whatever dragging they get at this point, I really don't care because they put themselves into that position.
truly cash in on this. So I just found myself saying, actually, when it comes to vultures, you're the vulture. And she is. And I'm afraid Meghan's family is littered with people who have been appalling.
And this is the thing that they were hoping for. Oh shit, I rewind it. This is the thing that they were looking for, to bash Meghan, find people within her family to bash Meghan. My God. And lucky for Meghan, and thank God, Harry and Meghan were able to do their courtship. They got to the level of where they know each other personally without anybody interfering into their privacy. All right, let's see here.
When it comes to vultures, you're the vulture. And she is. And I'm afraid Meghan's family is littered with people who have been appalling.
Yeah, that's what they were looking for, to be able to say this kind of words about Meghan family. But thank God the world see, and we could differentiate, we could fish out, you know, the bad apples within the group. All right, how long ago was this? Okay, that's it. And Piers wants Samantha to stop interfering with his own job, fleecing to spread hate about Meghan. Did he say that she is a racist? All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, I have two more regarding Sam. All right, so there's another video. Will Samantha Markle sue her daughter, her mother, and the Daily Mail for defamation? So I guess this is Samantha Markle's mother, and then this is one of her daughters. Okay, I find out that, I could be wrong, she has 2 daughters and 1 son. Or is it? Yeah, because there's the other one. Ashley is the one that and docu-series, and this is another one. Okay, let's see here. Will Samantha Markle sue her daughter, her mother, and the Daily Mail for defamation? Samantha's daughter and mother gave an interview to the Daily Mail in 2018 and don't look good for Samantha Markle. She is an abusive mother who doesn't have any relationship with her 3 children. Oh, the numbers was there. I didn't see it. 3 children. All right, let's listen. I'm going to stop in between, and you probably seen this video already.
Mother, I would sum her up as...
not
very good. She shouldn't be a mother, or should not have been a mother. It was a bit rough. She had a bit of abusive tendencies. It was probably when I was maybe 9 or 10. I would get like scratched or spit at, hair pulled, that type of.
The key word, abusive tendencies, and now she's letting everything out for the world to see.
I remember one morning, Noelle was sitting at the table eating breakfast, and she had a pair of her tennies in the middle of the living room. And Samantha started screaming at her to get her effing shoes out of the middle of the floor. That was the start of a tirade. And that's my effing daughter, and I'll treat her how I want to. I'm not beating her, is what she told me.
She said if it's not bleeding and there's nothing broken, there's no abuse.
That's the same mentality as the institution. I'm thinking of when William pushed Harry on the ground and then saying, don't tell Meghan. I don't know. That's what came to mind.
When she wouldn't take me to school, she would call the school and say, oh, I wasn't home, or I was sick, or I just didn't want to go, or I was refusing to go. So, of course, the school, that made me look bad to the school. And I had been a straight A student up until the time that Mark had moved in, and she had started refusing to take me to school. And of course, at the time, I didn't have a vehicle or a driver's license, so I didn't really have another option to get there. So I felt pretty bad inside. I felt like, okay, maybe it was something I did. Maybe it's my fault. Did I do something wrong? Or was I not doing good enough?
Man, as I'm listening to this, I'm thinking, look how far these people went to dig into Meghan's past. Dig to find all these people to come out and talk. My God.
She would threaten me sometimes. She would say, if you call your father to take you, you're going to get beat, or this is going to happen, or your hair is going to be pulled out, I'm going to rip your hair out. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel loved. I realized that most of the things she would say and do were just lies. So it just made me feel more and more.
She looks more like Samantha than the other one, than Ashley. And the other thing to take away with this, you don't see the other side, Miss Dovia's side of the family, talking to the tabloid. The only time, I had a long time, for a very long time, I was like, I don't know how Miss Dovia's voice sounds until the docu-series, where you hear it very clear, loud and clear. The other time that I heard it was very small, I think during the cookbook. premiere when they launched the cookbook, and I think I heard Miss Doria very vaguely in the background. Okay, let's see here. She's aiming for the deep pocket. If she sues her mother or adult children, information will become public that she will rather remain hidden. Okay, she could sue the Daily Mail for publishing the interview. She's trash. Okay, no. Then they're gonna say whether or not, I don't know, we shall see. No fame or fortune to be gained. Her resentment burns strongest for her wealthy, beautiful, well-known sister. Okay, I hope the judge is listening to Samantha's daughter and mother in this interview. Well, Meghan needs to bring it up. You know Samantha's not gonna bring that up. It's Meghan who needs to bring that up. Why they should toss out that thing. All those clips that I just showed you, they should bring those things up. You think, just think about it. If it's you who's suing and you have all this negative thing that could ruin your lawsuit, you think you bring it up? No, it's for the other party to figure it out and bring it up. And it's Meghan who needs to bring it up, unfortunately. She needs to go hard on that. Okay, I hope the judge is listening to Samantha's daughter and mother in this interview. Well, if the judge go out of her way to listen to that, she's not doing her job. Okay? She's not doing her job. She should be neutral. Let the two parties come in front and talk. Meanwhile, we hope Meghan bring these up. Okay, and hope the judge listen carefully and make the right judgment. And this is how we should have fair trial. Okay, and the US, they claim, all right, they claim the system is blind. Okay, so let's hope and let the judge listen, use her ear. Okay, wow, just wow. Okay, I hope these young women are having a better life, full of love. Samantha is really a bad person. I hope all this are brought to court. That's what I'm saying. Okay, or brought in court. Take the bus to school or walk. Okay, yeah, you could make excuse, but it depends how far. And there's some districts, some school district who probably don't have the funding for that. And then this is one of the things I was raising on my last video regarding the Boston thing, where this guy came for I think 2 or 3 days, and he spent about $150,000+ for that few days and make the city spend on him, when this could have gone, I think I raised the issue, it could have gone to school. School always need funding. Okay, school always need funding, or housing. I think I brought it up. Okay, but this guy come in 3 days, and then this money went straight to the gutter. Okay, and then the city did not benefit from his visit. So maybe that particular school district doesn't have it. There's a lot of cities in the US that's very poor. I spoke about this type of things on Pure YTE, some very old videos, and I mentioned states that are very poor, but it's the way they are being governed. The states are rich with natural resources, but it's the way it is being governed that makes wealth go to certain group and not to everybody else. Okay, I spoke about this a long time ago on Pure YTE. And by the way, when my Pure YTE is monetized, I'm gonna go back there and then leave this for now. Maybe occasionally I'll post other things, but I want to keep this channel somewhat clean. I don't want it to go down the gutter. To be demonetized and captured YouTube's antenna to keep on putting my videos onto notice every time I upload something. So far, okay, all of my videos are doing pretty good. When I upload it, they don't give me the same issues. I hope, knock on wood, now that I'm raising that issue, they don't do that. Okay, see, all of them are green. They don't do any manual review or anything like that. So if I want to make all of this public, I could. But since I have time, when I do have time, I make as many videos as possible and then schedule them. Okay, so I'm already up to February 16th, and some of them I put two videos a day or something. All right, but let's get back to this so I could finish with this video. All right, let's see here. I think that is Samantha's daughter, grandmother, Meghan Markle's father, ex-wife. Okay, meth mama. Okay, so whatever, it is what it is. Next tweet. Okay, it's about Samantha's kids. There's that. This is a TikTok thing similar to that video that we just saw. Will Samantha Markle sue her daughter and the Daily Mail for defamation? Please listen to Samantha's third child. In this video clip, Samantha needs to focus on reconciliation with her 3 children and her mother. All right, let's see, 40 seconds.
She hasn't liked Meghan since essentially she was born. She's told me stories about how she didn't want her around and how she never asked for Meghan. And of course, when she started dating Prince Harry, she, of course, got an interest in Meghan, which she had never had.
Meghan Markle's
Wow.
half-sister's daughter in that clip there, who also begged them to stop fighting over an invite to a royal wedding. The sister who, just like the father, is cashing in hard and only changed her surname back to Markle when she was with Harry.
That's sad. That's very sad. Each time you think about it, it's very sad. But at least we could understand why Meghan keep her distance.
Obvious why these people aren't used, right? They don't fit the narrative.
She doesn't like Meghan.
Let me read some of the comments. 1. Sam's behavior is not normal. Remember, she was already talking to the press and came on scene as soon as Harry and Meghan's relationship was made public in November 2016. She was berating Meghan's and was already promoting her book. It's almost as if she wanted the world to know she exists. Let's see here. Since Prince Harry and his now wife Meghan dating, her family has long been a sore spot for the two. In 2016, Samantha announced that she was writing the tell-all book. Upon learning the news, Meghan was said to have broken down in tears, according to pop culture. Essentially, once the news of Harry and Meghan's romance went public, her sister began to plan for the book. Wow, that is sad. Actually, when I was reading this, I'm thinking those texts, the font, and this, I read it very quick and fast, but for some reason, Twitter fonts, I have an issue with it. Sometimes my eyes can't even see them. Okay, the news that her half-sister was writing the book, titles, quote, The Diary of Princess Pushy's Sister, a memoir part 1, is said to have made Meghan sick to her stomach. Is that the one she's claiming that didn't sell and she's blaming Meghan for that? In her court thing? I think that's the one. Okay, in the memoir, Samantha criticizes her sibling for not postponing her wedding to Prince Harry after their father had a heart attack. Remember what was the plan for the father?
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
The plan was to stop the wedding. Okay? This was part of the plan. The father already debunked this. Alright, let's see here. Just imagine if Samantha is bullying Meghan now. Imagine how she treated her when she was a kid. Just like how poorly Samantha have treated her own kids. She's a bad person. Okay, Skemi is so jealous of Meghan. Gotta feel sorry for her kids. Okay, I love TikTok on TikTok. TikTok on TikTok. Alright, so that said, this is my last tweet regarding I guess Samantha, and then I have more, but it's on Meghan. Okay, deposition are a part of discovery. This lawsuit is vigorously, in my opinion, but it's not really a win because a judge decided that a deposition takes place. Additionally, attorney can only ask questions deemed within the scope of the case, and both sides get to depose people. This is the thing they don't get. Just because she asked for it, what do you think the other one is gonna do? They're gonna have to do the same thing. But anyway, let's see here. And let's not forget, on the 15th, Meghan is going to try to see if the judge will toss out that, that case. Okay? So she's going to bring her argument why the case should be thrown out. So let's pray on that. So it doesn't get to that circus those people are willing for or wishing for. My goodness, it's really like a freaking gladiator over there, the UK people. They want people to fight each other and all of that, and this is why they're stirring the pot, in my humble opinion. Because I don't see why the sisters doing that. All right? This is the next. Oh, did I finish with it? Okay, both sides get to depose. Okay, when was the hearing? I must have missed it. I thought there was one of the motion to dismiss on the 15th. Okay, that's the one. Okay, it wasn't a hearing. The judge denied Meghan's motion to stay discovery. It doesn't mean that she won't dismiss the case. It simply means that she thinks the motion didn't satisfy the necessary standard to stay discovery. That's it. Thanks for the update. I had a hard time understanding the paper. I shared it on my community board first, which at that time I did not read it. Then yesterday on my recording, I read it. Was it yesterday or the day before? But whatever. But eventually I read it. I had a little misunderstanding of it. So now I see. And then all the thing that I was thinking, what's going on the 15? Because I think the 15, Meghan wants that to be, to be thrown out. So that is going to happen on the 15. Okay, thanks for the update. I don't know much about what is happening. Sorry if I overstep my bound. No, it's good to ask question. Hopefully, no, you're great. Question or understandable. Okay, state discovery denied. As I read this, Squiddies are afraid of other Squiddies. They don't want people to come and bash. Yeah, when you don't know, it's best to ask. Okay, state discovery denied. That's all that happened. Discovery is more than deposition. People making more of an issue out of it than it is with the motion to dismiss hearing next week. No depose will happen before then. Judge also didn't grant the motion to compel that I've seen. Okay, any news by UK tabloid, I take it as fake news. Yeah, I even CNN, I saw some headlines saying something. I don't even remember what the thing was, but I know it was not correct. Next tweet.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.